You know, the interesting thing is that as a society, we spend so much time every day on our outward cleansing. You know, we're up in arms if someone smells bad, or if their teeth are dirty, or if their hair is greasy. And we don't take any attention to cleaning out the inside of our body. And then we say, well, it's normal that the body just, you know, that you eat what you want to eat and you go to the toilet. It's normal, so you don't need to do anything else, right? Well, that's true if all your food is 100% natural, whole, and pure. How you doing? So that's true if your food is 100% natural, whole, and pure, but the problem is our food is not 100% natural, whole, and pure anymore. So we start putting things like chemical additives inside our body. We start putting things like partially hydrogenated oils, sticky, broken down free radicals, damaged molecules in food. We start ingesting things like that. We start ingesting meat or cheese that's been, you know, impregnated with hormones and antibiotics and all these other chemicals. And all of a sudden, you can imagine that what's going on inside can start to get a little bit backed up. The same way the pipes in your house will get backed up. If you start putting grease down those pipes, then all of a sudden they start building stuff on the inside, right? The same way your car will start to have black smoke coming out the back if you don't clean the filters, right? It's the same. So the body does that on the inside too, but we don't pay any attention to it. So, and society today is such a fast fix society. This is the problem. So, you know, we want something, we want it now. The website doesn't come up, forget it, we're on to the next website. We want to pay, we want it in the mail the next day. We have this instant gratification thing going on in our society today. But what I like to say is, you know, it doesn't matter how industrialized, how modernized, how much Wi-Fi is available everywhere today, our bodies are still organic beings. So we have to remember that the body is still an organic being. And if you start to put inorganic food in your organic being, in your temple, you can only guarantee and expect unexpected results. That I can guarantee for you too. So, and those unexpected results might have certain labels. They might have certain names. They might be things like irritable bowel syndrome, or Crohn's disease, or colitis, or diabetes, or cancer. Okay, but they're all just unexpected results of things that are not natural, whole, and pure going in the body. So what to do? What to do? I mean, we're living in this world, right? So you can't run up on a mountain and make your own farm and drink your water out of a spring and just live there forever, right? Because the reality of it is, hey, we're in this world that we created. And most people like the modern and industrialized side of the world. I like it. So how do you keep yourself clean, but also live in this world which is toxic? Yeah? Because the body is smart enough to detoxify a certain amount. Thank God it is, because otherwise we'd all be dead. So the body is your little mini processor detoxing every single day. But it can get backed up, just like a filter can get backed up. Just like in your dryer, you've got to clean out that filter in order for your clothes to dry again more easily. So the solution to doing that is to do a detox, to think about doing a detox. And, you know, most people will say to me, how often should I detox, and what kind of detox should I do? And that's a very difficult question to answer for the masses, because every single person is unique. And one of the things that I do with consultations with my clients in Samui and also on the internet is we create a plan for a personalized detox for someone. So, you know, to say for everybody that they should do this or that is impossible to say, because it all depends on what you're doing outside of your detox. So, you know, if you go home, if you do your detox and you go home and you start eating processed, devitalized, low-quality foods again, you start drinking alcohol, you start taking recreational drugs, or whatever it is, then you can imagine that your body is going to get backed up much more quickly. And hopefully the goal is to not keep running back and doing a detox every 2 months so that you can live that life. And unfortunately, there are a lot of people that do that. There are detox junkies. And I see it because I live on an island where they come running back. Every 2 months, every 3 months, we see the same people. And guess what? Every 2 months, every 3 months, they look more unhealthy, more unhappy, more dark under the eyes, more You know, loss of brightness in the skin tone, loss of brightness in the eyes, sometimes more overweight, and they go on this cycle running back and forth because they use the detox as that reset button, hoping that it's going to stop all their addictions one more time, and it doesn't. So it's very important to look at the detox as part of the bigger picture, you know, as a spring cleaning for your internal temple, but not as something to erase doing whatever you want to do for 2 months. So I think the detoxing is very, very good, and I personally think the colon cleansing is usually the best type of detox to start with. So having a type of a program with juices and herbal supplements and also colon cleansing to combine it all together. You know, I'm someone who's done every type of cleanse there is, and I've pushed them to the limits so that I can save you from doing all that work, but also be more experienced for my clients, you know, because I think a lot of that you have to experience yourself in order to become an expert, and I'm quite confident in calling myself an expert in that. I've done water fasting as well for up to 10 days at a time, drinking only pure water and nothing else. And I don't recommend that for people unless they are at a certain level in their journey. I certainly would never recommend it for a first-time detoxer. What I've also experienced with doing my iridology readings, because one of the main things that I do in working with my clients is an iridology reading, so that's looking in the iris of the eye and doing a full assessment of the body health, what's going on in the organs, the kidneys, the skin, the liver, the lungs, and the colon, as well as circulation, blood, lymphatic, looking at absorption levels, digestion, all these kind of things we can see very clearly in the eye. And one of the things that I've noticed in my clients, the interesting thing about working in Samui is that my clients come from all over the world. So I get this cross-reference of information, which I love. I feel like I have a pulse on what's going on all over the world. I've had clients from Iceland, from Chile. I've done translations with Chinese clients, Japanese, Israeli clients, Russian clients. I mean, I've seen a bit of everything, and I've seen men, women, all ages. You know, I've had clients as young as 2 years old suffering from sickness, and I've had as old as, I think 83 is my oldest client so far. So, you know, it's really interesting to see that, and what I want to say is everybody's suffering just the same. There is no country that you can escape this from. That's what I want to tell you. Everybody's sick just the same, and you know, I also work at the Four Seasons in Koh Samui. Some of my clients come there, they pay $9,000 US for the special villas at the Four Seasons, $9,000 US a night. And guess what? They have the same problems as everybody else. So don't think that there's any way to escape this except from going inside of yourself and taking care of yourself. And that really is the magic pill. So most people want a magic pill, and I say the magic pill is Mother Earth. That's it, just eating natural foods, natural, whole, and pure foods. And when you do that, you can start to get very expected results, which are feeling good, feeling happy, having normal bowel function every day, being able to sleep very easily, waking up feeling alert. That's the normal, natural way that the body is supposed to feel. If you're not feeling that, something is wrong, something is out of balance. You know, a lot of my clients suffer from insomnia, migraine headaches, irritability, anxiety. I mean, these things are through the roof. And I want to tell you, from my experience, at least 70% of it is related to diet and quality of food. Because those people are not raw foodists. And I'm not saying you have to be a raw foodist to make those things go away, but they're eating devitalized foods. So they're going out and they're eating potato chips with, you know, 72 different chemicals in them. And then they're going, why do I feel like shit? And I'm like, well, if you just injected 72 different chemicals into your veins, believe me, you would want to lie down for a little while.